Guys returning. They played at Purdue last season. 6 guys that have played, college minutes total with both. So we got a lot of young guys. Not a ton of experience, as of right now, and so there is a bit of a feeling out process, I'm sure, and it's something that we're just kind of taking day by day.
We've got some athletes among this new group, though. Can this team kind of sort of feel its way out just on athleticism, just kind of just physical, getting into the mode of this?
Yeah, I think that's definitely part of it. Obviously, athleticism and physicality specifically helps a lot in the Big Ten, and so I think that's definitely something we can use to our advantage and continue to work on.
How much more comfortable do you feel out there right now compared to this time last year?
Yeah, once it helps a lot that kind of know what's going on this year and kind of know the ins and outs of the motion, defense, offense, all these things. Whereas last year at this time, you're kind of just trying to keep up, trying not to fall behind. So it definitely helps a lot. It helps with confidence, for sure.
I think some of the favorable matchups you can find at the 5 kind of were evident today. How do you think you can leverage some of the, your shooting, your quickness, kind of things like that? Mm-hmm. And how big of an advantage can that be for Purdue getting to kind of play 2 different ways?
Yeah, I think, I'm really excited about it. Obviously, I played the 5 mostly in high school and stuff, or I guess that's pretty much all I played. And so, I like playing 4 and 5, both those positions. So it's fun to be able to kind of, like you said, mix and match and pick those matchups that we want.
When you played the 5 in high school, you were still always bigger than the other guy you played against for the most part. Now there's going to be games where you're smaller. Have you kind of viewed yourself yet as that guy who can really be kind of that matchup problem in terms of, I don't want to say small ball when you're like 6'10", but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ability to play away from the basket and be problematic for people who are bigger and slower?
Yeah, obviously, there's Big Ten has some of the biggest bigs, and so I'll be smaller than most of them, but I feel like I can kind of help make up with that in terms of my quickness and my ability to get into action out on the perimeter.
The interchangeability you and Trey have, how do you guys coexist on the court? It seemed like there's some real advantages to be had there.
Yeah, it's it helps a lot. Obviously, we play very similar positions, and so when we're in kind of on the court together, we can kind of pick our poison in terms of going inside with him, going inside with me, playing out with him, playing out with me, just kind of all those things, and just kind of using that to get the best matchups that we can.
How's your conditioning level right now after not being able to do a lot of cardio this summer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel pretty good. Obviously, that it'd be nice to be able to have that, but I like where I'm at. I feel good, feel strong, feel pretty quick and all those things.
Coach, so this is kind of a quiet group. Can you get guys to be vocal, or is that something they have to kind of learn on their own?
I think it's probably a little bit of both. Obviously, some guys are just typically more outgoing, so they don't need as much of a push. But we do have a lot of introverted, especially a lot of quiet guys that just are kind of soft talkers, and so that'll be a big thing for us. I think getting guys to talk and being loud just on the court, because when you're in a game with 15,000 people, you gotta be screaming, otherwise no one's hearing you.
Mason said that you bring a spark to this team, but he didn't really elaborate on what that spark was. Could you maybe elaborate on what it is?
I don't know. I just, I kind of try to be one of those loud guys, kind of bring that energy. With having such a quiet team, I think energy is contagious. And, I've always thought, fake it till you make it. So even if you're not feeling it, if you bring that energy, eventually you will be.
How important do you think that energy is to sport like this?
I think it's huge. I've really tried to make it kind of more of an emphasis this year. It's something I'm still working on.
Obviously, it's just your second season here, but how much opportunity is there for you to become a leader on this team?
Yeah, I think it's a lot. Kind of like I was saying earlier, having such a young team and not much, kind of uncourt experience at the college level. Any guy that has had that experience before, and any guy that's kind of been through that, it's really important for them to step up and beat kind of some of the guys that haven't done it.
And as a freshman last year, just being able to come in here and carve out a role for yourself and play so much throughout the year, how are you kind of trying to pass that on to this freshman class that's coming in and starting here on day one?
Yeah, I just kind of try to help tell them that it's a long year and it's a long grind, and it's hard at times and it sucks, but it's great at other times. So you just got to keep stay steady and just take it one day at a time.
Cool. Thanks, Caleb.